Market is acting in very interesting ways. In some ways, we're seeing an acceleration. In some ways, we're seeing a deceleration with one category. And I have to admit, I said it the last 2 weeks, I am surprised. I am surprised that we don't have more home sellers listing their homes. And obviously, with the benefit of hindsight, I think I should have saw it coming a little bit more than I did. But it surprised me. I did think there would be more. The good news is the buyers are out in droves. So I'm going to talk to you about that. We're going to go over a full market update here for probably 15 minutes at the most. Last week we had Sean Panosian on, and there's been some weeks that I've gone on longer than normal. But this week I'm going to be able to just give you a brief market update on what is going on out there. And it is as interesting as ever. Inventory of homes for sale is actually going down at the end of June. This is as bizarre as COVID itself is what it is. I mean, COVID is, whoever would have thought of such a thing happening? I know people say, well, Bill Gates thought of it. Okay, well, if I had, $27 trillion and I worried about worldwide global initiatives, I might be able to come up with a pandemic too, as would a lot of you. But the average everyday person and business owner, none of us thought of a pandemic, and it is having impacts in all different industries and all different markets, like, in ways that none of us expected. So what I'd like to do is, let me take you through the data. I'm going to show you what's going on in the market for homes listed, homes pending, homes sold, percentage of homes going under contract. We'll look at Massachusetts. We'll look at New Hampshire, and then we'll talk a little bit about some of the fears that buyers and sellers are experiencing, and then that'll be a wrap, my friends. So let me jump right in, going over to the Mass Real Estate Updates page, marealestateupdates.com page, and I'm going to show that to you right now. You can see it on the screen, and I'm going to jump over there myself, although I'm going to give you guys full screen right here, and I'm going to jump in. So look at this, 3 weeks in a row, less homes get listed than the week before, or I'm sorry, 2 weeks in a row. My friends, this fascinates me. Now, it does normally happen in late June, but I didn't expect it. And I'll tell you, it's a hurdle for the market. It's something that is going to make the lives of buyers more difficult. So for you buyers who think the market is just going to somehow crash, please explain to me how you see that when we have less homes being listed. And inventory going down. Okay, so you can see last week 2,499 homes were listed, 2,555 the week before, 2,623 the week before that. You see this valley here. I thought for sure once things got going again, we would be up in this area and making up for having at least a few weeks of 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 homes getting listed. But I was wrong. And I think there's two factors that come into play. There is undoubtedly still fear out there about COVID-19. There's no, and you know what? There should be. So that's having an impact. The other thing that's having an impact is scared sellers, want-to-be sellers who want to list, but they're scared to do it because they just don't know where they're going to go. So that is also another issue. Then I scroll down to showings. You have less homes listed, you're going to have less showings. But keep in mind, we're still substantially higher with showings than we were a year ago based on the first year of the week of the year average. Now we jump over to homes for sale. You can see we have decreased. Look at where we're at in late June. There is normally not a decrease in homes listed or homes that are actually for sale until we get around July 4th, because leading up to the July 4th holiday, there's a lot of people that say, well, I'd rather just wait till after the 4th. For some listings, I think that makes sense. For some, I don't. I'll talk about that in a few minutes. But look at this, 11,781 homes for sale. Last year at this time, we were, green, 18,000 homes for sale. So we are actually even more than 1/3 lower than we were a year ago. This is completely crazy, but that's what happens when you have a worldwide pandemic, I guess. Now we move to homes pending per week. This is very interesting. Very interesting. This is up again. So look at this. We've been on a continuous increase, slight decrease around Memorial Day weekend because many less homes were listed, but then it's been increasing every week. 2,735 homes went pending last week compared to 2,222 that went pending the week before. We're still seeing an increase despite less homes being listed. That is exactly why inventory is going down. And it speaks to, I'm going to jump ahead, why the percentage, or it speaks to the percentage of homes that are listed going under agreement increasing. Now, I told you all that it would be very, very unusual to see us go much more than 20% pending in a given week. Remember, this is a 1 week time frame that we're talking about here. We are now at 23% of the inventory going pending. Wild. I have to tell you, I now have changed my predictions. I think that we will probably see less listed this week, slightly less, more pendings, at least from a percentage perspective. And then next week it'll start to change where all of the metrics will be down a little because we'll be going into the July 4th holiday weekend, okay? And people are starting to get out more. I was at the beach over the weekend, and there is definitely more people out. Now, if we look at homes sold, let's spend a few minutes here, then we'll jump back to me. We'll go to New Hampshire. Homes sold is increasing, but look at this valley. We are definitely less than, substantially less than. Now, remember what I had said 8 weeks ago. The pandemic caused the disruption in the market, but the pandemic is also what is going to cause the market, when I say market, I mean home prices to not collapse because there's a lack of inventory. We're in a supply and demand business. So homes sold went up. This week, it's going to go up more. I guarantee you, without any question, this will be closer to 2,000 in this week here. And we'll be looking at that next Monday together. Just talk to you about percentage. Now, the May numbers are in. Average home prices in May, as I had predicted, 484,000. I said it would be around the months before. It is. June will be the same. And that is not surprising. Again, you will not see prices collapse in the near term. Could they collapse? No. Could they collapse in the fall? No. There's way too little bit of inventory. Could there be a mild pullback if a ton of inventory comes on the market and people feel more comfortable? I doubt it. I don't see a ton more inventory coming on the market unless they come out with a vaccine. And by the time that happens, I think that our economy will be stronger and we'll work right through it. Now I go down and I look at June 1st to the 22nd. Homes listed down 9%. 9% less homes listed. 7,832 homes listed compared to 8,645. 9% less. The deficit is decreasing. Okay, the reduction is decreasing. 9% as opposed to 33% in May. And then 51% in April. By the time we get to July, we'll be even, and then we'll climb out of it. Homes pending, look at this. Pendings are up. This June, more properties are going pending than last June. Makes sense. We're coming out of it. Homes sold down 37%. No surprise to me whatsoever, given where we are at. So, couple takeaways from that here in Massachusetts. Homes listed, as I said, it's surprising me. I thought that we would see more homes coming on the market, but we have a double whammy going on. We have people that are scared of COVID, and then we have people who are worried about listing because they don't know where they're going to go. We call them want-to-be sellers. And for those of you that are listening, those sellers that are listening, and I know this message gets to many of you. I heard a lot of people saw me talk about this last week and the week before. There is a way to list your home and keep yourself protected and make sure that you do not end up homeless, okay? If the proper disclosures are used and if the proper negotiation is done, you will not end up homeless. You will not end up with nowhere to live. You will be protected and be able to stay in your home until the right home is found, okay? If you're someone who's looking for any home, in just a given price range, you should take that first step and get your home listed if you need to in order to buy another home. Because if you don't, you're going to be stuck in this catch-22 forever. More inventory is going to come on. As we get later in the summer, buyer demand will decrease as it naturally does every summer. But I do think this year it will take longer. So we're in a tough spot here with the market. And when I say that, I don't mean whenever people hear real estate market has slowed down, first thing they think is prices fell. Nope, not saying that. Just showed that to you. Not happening. But the market slowdown and the crimp on the market, the clamping down because of people being scared to list is having an impact. Now, let me show you New Hampshire. I'm going to jump over to New Hampshire for a minute. And if you would like to go there on your own, you can go to NHRealestateUpdates.com. I'm just going to scroll right back up here, and I'm going to go to New Hampshire Real Estate Updates, and I'm going to show all of you this. New Hampshire Real Estate Updates. 645 homes listed last week. That's more than the week before, a little less than the week before that. Home showings have decreased a bit. Pendings, they're up as well in New Hampshire, okay? 719 homes went pending. Think about this, my friends. Look at the last 3 weeks of homes listed. 697, 620, 645. Last 3 weeks of pending. 706, 704, 719. What does that mean for inventory, my friends? That means that the inventory of homes for sale. Now, New Hampshire MLS does not have an on-market snapshot like Massachusetts does, so I can't show you exactly what the inventory is at, but it is fair to say the amount of homes for sale is going down, not up. We are literally in a gridlock situation here, okay? And the traffic is moving out very, very slowly. If there was a parking garage full of cars that everybody needed to empty out before new ones could go in, the cars are trickling out one at a time when there's 1,000 cars outside ready to go in. I've never used that analogy. I just came up with it just now. I don't know how I did it, but it sounded pretty good. If you look here, look at home prices. They've gone up a little in the last couple of weeks. Now, does that actually mean that prices are rising dramatically? No, it doesn't. But they're even or they're going up a little due to the lack of inventory. Again, I want to repeat, sellers, stop being scared to list. Stop being scared to just talk to a realtor. Any good realtor, I'll tell you this, if you talk to a realtor and a realtor tells you, yeah, you might end up homeless, that could happen, but there's an extended stay up the street, call another realtor. And if one of our realtors told you that, call the office and ask for me, because they shouldn't be telling you that, okay? There is ways to do this and keep you protected. It's not easy. If you're the type of seller who's also buying, who wants to live on 3 specific streets, yes, that's more difficult. You might be the seller that should wait. Our realtor might tell you, you know what, given the unique type of home you're looking for, you might have to put this off a year. You might have to wait till there's more inventory next year. They might tell you that, but in most cases, we can navigate this contractually and get this to work. When you get multiple offers on a home, and my friends, I have to tell you, the amount of multiple offers out there is just silly, okay? Lindsay, do me a favor. I know you're listening. Let's take them inside Realtor Conversations. Go on LR Sharing. Go to one of our internal Facebook pages. This, my friends, is one of those random ideas that I just thought of. Lindsay, could you share your screen? I believe you can because you're in this with me. Maybe with a little luck, Lindsay will make a mistake and get herself on camera so we can all laugh because she's dying to not be on camera. But I want to show our sellers, buyers, block your eyes for a minute. I want to show our sellers what it's like out there and how much interest there is in homes. And when there are multiple offers, it is easier for you to dictate. Now, if you're a seller who's also buying, don't look at this and be scared and say, well, that makes me not want to list. No. Look at that and understand that the more offers you have in your home, the more leverage you have. Lindsay's going to scroll down and send until she sees a comment, a dialogue that Brad Roberts started. Brad is one of our trainers, and Brad asked a question last week. He said, talk to me about your multiple offer situations. And of course, I'm putting Lindsay on the spot right now. And she didn't know I was going to be saying this. Lindsay, why don't we keep me on? Right there. No. Lindsay, let's keep me on camera until you find that, please. Can you do that? Thank you. So Lindsay's going to work, and she's going to find when Brad Roberts started a conversation with everyone about multiple offer situations early last week. And you will see the amount of agents that are talking about 5 offers, 10 offers, 15 offers. When you are a home seller who also wants to buy, do not get scared and think, oh my God, where would I go? No, think, wow, that means I can likely dictate, not definitely dictate, not for sure, but I can likely dictate. I can likely say, hey, I need an extra 2 months to find a home. Thank you, Lindsay. Can we show that? Can we show some of the comments? Maybe you can zoom in. I know you love when I come up with these bright ideas when we're live. Thank you, Lindsay. So this is an internal discussion, so not all comments will be fitting. But we'll look at this. 17 offers on one of my listings. My buyers are having a rough time getting accepted. Okay, keep going. 1 offer accepted, 5 to 7 offers. One house went $20,000 over asking price. Keep going, keep going. Got an offer accepted in a multiple offer situation. Good for you. 9 offers on my listing. An offer in North Reading had 15 offers. So, Lindsay, they get the point. I just wanted to see them. I wanted them to be able to see what it's like out there. And again, I'm going to say it for the 4th time. Do not look at that and say, well, that's why I don't want to list. I'm scared. No, 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 no. When you get an offer in your home, that doesn't mean you have to accept one. That doesn't mean you have to agree to the terms that the that the buyer dictates. You're in control. You're the home seller. You can say, you know what? I'm not comfortable taking that offer because that offer makes me close in 30 days and I have nowhere to go. If you want me to take your offer, you need to give me till September 30th. If you want me to take your offer, okay, but there's going to be a contingency that says offer is subject to seller finding suitable housing. Not every buyer will go for that, but many will. There is a way, but you've got to reach out to us. And I know there's many of you watching that we have not heard from. Our realtors are ready to serve you. They are trained experts. They know how to deal with this. Not every realtor is good at dealing with this, but our realtors are. And they are here for you. In every one of the markets that we're in, Waltham, Worcester, Leominster, Westford, Chelmsford, Woburn, Norwood. Hope I don't forget an office. I'm getting a lot of trouble with our agents if I forgot one. But they are here to serve you. Hundreds and hundreds of people are prepared to do that. So don't be scared if you're a seller. Let us know. We'll help you navigate this thing. And if you're a buyer, yeah, it's a little bit tough out there right now, but we will give you the advice that is necessary. If we think there's a home that you should offer more than asking price on, we will tell you. If we think that there's a home that you should not offer asking price and they're way out of line with their price, we will tell you. That is our duty. And we are here for you. We're here for our clients always. That concludes this week's update. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next week.